everybody, check it out. We've got such a fun video for you today because this is a 2022 Subaru WRX, the new WRX, and we've got the owner right here, Daniel. How's it going, buddy?
Good.
Thanks for coming out today with your WRX. This is so cool. I actually haven't really gotten up close with one in person yet. So tell me, why a Subaru WRX?
I wanted all-wheel drive.
Yeah.
With the new engine, I believe it probably has a lot of potential that wasn't tapped by Subaru. And I would also want to have a fun four-door car of a baby on the way as well. And it seemed like a good choice. And actually gets even better gas mileage than I thought.
Nice, dude. That's awesome. So what did you come out of to get this car?
Chevy Silverado I had for about a year. Before that, I had a very customized 2014 Grand Cherokee, custom steel bumper, 3-inch lift, 32s on it, Rubicon JL wheels.
Wow.
It was a pretty nice build on that one. I do fins and things and not scrape on the back or the front or anything, and do a lot of trails over in Moab with it.
Nice. So you had basically two four-wheel drives, and you're like, nope, I'm gonna go something totally different this time around.
Yeah.
Very cool. So let's talk about the WRX. What was the buying process like? Who did you purchase it through?
I went through Huberger Subaru in Colorado Springs.
Okay.
I was negotiating with 3 or 4 dealers at the same time, trying to get a good trade-in on a truck. So I told one dealer that was contacting me a lot, can you guys just hold on till the car's actually on the lot, and then we'll talk about the trade-in on the truck. And they're like, well, actually, we have it right here. I just went. I was in the middle of doing my thing during the day, and I'm just like, I'm going right now.
Wow.
Just went and picked it up.
Just made it happen. So what is it like buying a new car, especially a hot car like this in this market? Was it pretty tricky to find them in stock? Was it pretty tricky to get kind of the trim you wanted?
Yeah, so it was very hard to find it in stock. Trim, I knew I wanted a premium. I wasn't really looking for the sunroof on the Harman Kardon system, which I do have, but that's what they had in stock. I know I wanted manual, and I knew I wanted premium, and they had it on the lot, so that's what I took.
Nice.
I may have probably done white instead or dark gray, but I'm perfectly fine with silver. And it's just very hard to be picky with colors and there's nothing.
Very true. All right, you want to pop the hood? Let's see what the engine looks like. So the WRX, right, is an iconic nameplate in the enthusiast car world, and it's had several generations. This is the latest one. It's got a new engine under the hood, which is pretty exciting. Now, obviously, Daniel couldn't just leave things be, so you had to kind of mess with stuff right off the bat. So what are we looking at underneath the hood here?
Simply just a K&N drop-in filters, not really much, but then found a company, JB4, the JB4 tuner by Berger Motorsports, and that really just woke the car up. Exhaust-wise, I had initially done a muffler delete, but it was way too loud, and I just had a local business make a whole custom setup for me with 3 resonators, and it's perfectly fine. It's not too loud. It's just the right amount of noise and pops and bangs, and really woke up the car.
So do you know what the stock number was horsepower wise? Do you remember what they quoted?
I believe it's 271 at the crank, and they do about 245 to 255 at the wheel.
Okay.
With the JB4, depending, there's different maps to choose from. Some will range from about 276 on the most basic one to the wheel, to 294, and that's running just regular or premium gas.
Sweet.
And then they have tunes for E30 mixes, where I think the most that they got out of that was about 340, and that's only with an exhaust and a filter. Now,
are you just running like a 91 octane tune right now?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you pretty happy with the performance of it?
Very happy.
Yeah.
I tried out a few of the older generation WRXs, and drive a couple of my friends' STIs that they have, and I do like how the torque builds up down low and just goes all the way through.
Sweet.
It doesn't die out. There's barely any turbo lag, just maybe in the first 500 RPM. It's just torque all the way.
That's awesome. I also like this. It's just a small thing, but the license plate holder into the tow hook there. Didn't want any holes drilled in the front of it, huh?
No. That was one thing I told the dealer. No holes and no dealer stickers.
No holes, no stickers. Just the way we like it here. All right, let's, you want to open that door over there? Let's check out the interior. So, did you do a tint on the...
Yeah, I did the entire car on tints. windshield to the back, and it kind of got to have it with the sun out here and all that.
Yeah, for sure. And do you like the interior? You're happy with the tech and stuff?
I wish there was a little more storage space. Other than that, it's perfectly fine. It's comfortable. You can fit the kid's car seat in the back. Really just wish I had a little bit more storage space on the inside. Other than that, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, do you use like Apple CarPlay or?
Yeah, the Apple CarPlay. I do wish the backup camera, they use the full screen. You got such a big screen, but they only use a little square.
Interesting.
Other than that, it's not really a big deal.
I like what they've done with these seats. This kind of like red stitching with this little perforated material in the middle. Looks really good. I like your shift knob too.
Yeah, that actually matches the background of the radio. It does that same purple galaxy.
Oh, sweet. That's really cool. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I think they did a good job with this new interior. The new screen looks good. You got dual zone automatic climate control. Do you have a heated steering wheel?
No, heated seats.
Heated seats, okay. I always thought that was cool at Subaru, like one of the few manufacturers that embraces the heated cloth seats.
Yeah.
You like the Harman Kardon system? Sound pretty good?
It sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
I'd say the Harman Kardon I had on the Grand Cherokee was a little louder, but it's adequate.
All right, did you do this too? That doesn't look super stock.
Yeah, right at the dealer when I got the car, I ordered that. That's original from Subaru. And then I have...
Oh, is it really? This is a Subaru part?
Yeah, that's a Subaru accessory.
Oh, cool.
And then I have the option for the STI model that didn't come out of this generation on the way, the spoiler, which is the black lip.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that also a Subaru part, or is that?
Yeah, it's original Subaru part.
Very cool. So I know one of the big kind of points of contention on this new WRX is all the black plastic. Do you like it? Do you mind it?
At first I was kind of iffy on the pictures, and I was going through with getting it anyway. I know I wanted the car regardless.
So what's next for this car? Are you going to do suspension? Or are you going to go into that?
Once the spoiler comes in, my next one's going to be some wheels. I want to do some six spoke wheels, probably go silver or bronze.
Sweet.
I don't know how the bronze or gold will look on the silver cars, so I'm kind of iffy on that. I have seen some that did the black wheels, and it just kind of
wheels disappear.
Yeah, it gets lost in the black cladding. So I want to contrast it a little bit.
You mind popping the trunk? Can we see what the trunk space looks like?
I got a couple stuff in here.
Oh, it's all good. No worries. Yeah, look at that. It's pretty spacious.
Yeah, seats go down as well if you need more space.
So, with the baby on the way, that you're going to be like the coolest dad in the neighborhood. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's some videos somewhere online of a guy basically demonstrating why the STI is a good dad car, and that's one that I showed my girl, hey, I can get this car, and she's like, oh yeah, to help her convince me to get it.
You're like, it's basically just an Impreza. I don't know what you're talking about.
Family sedan.
So overall, what are you really happy with? What surprised you, and what are some things that you think Subaru could have done better?
Price and value.
Yeah, can I ask what the MSRP is on this?
I believe how it is was about 35-ish.
Okay.
Because it had the added on sunroof and
Harman system.
Yeah. You can go all the way up into even the mid 40s or high 40s if you go for a GT of all the accessories.
Can you really? I didn't realize the price gap was that big.
Yeah. A GT with accessories on it averaging 42 to 45.
Wow. Before markups.
Yeah. Well, there actually wasn't any markup.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
They were saying Subaru was telling dealers they can't do markups.
Interesting.
Do MSRP. If you start doing these $20,000 markups, we're going to decrease your inventory.
What else do you like?
MPGs, performance.
Yeah, what kind of fuel economy are you getting?
I'm going about 60 on the highway, 6 gear, just cruising, nice and flat. It'll actually just give me a good solid 33, 34.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Which is a lot more than the EPA said.
Yeah, for sure. Here, let's come around the front again. And what about if you think you could average out your city and your highway driving, what do you think you're getting thereabouts?
Between both of them combined, I do a lot of city, about 24.
Okay,
yeah,
that's pretty good. I mean, for almost 300 horsepower and all-wheel drive and a manual. Yeah. Okay, so that's really good. What are some of the things that you wish Subaru did a little differently?
Let's say that backup camera, I should have just used the whole screen.
Yeah, fair enough.
The blinkers, a lot of people complain about it. It takes a lot getting used to, and sometimes I still mess up because it doesn't really have a feel to it. It's almost like a mouse.
Does it come back to the middle when you turn them on, or does it stay down?
It comes back to the middle, but it doesn't stay down, exactly. So then when you want to turn it off, and then you go and hit the blinker for the other side, I mean, that's not a big deal, but sometimes you mess it up. It would have been nice to see the manufacturer just unleash the potential of this car a little more from the factory. So these FA24s factory come about 12 psi.
Okay.
Versus the previous engines were about 18, and you could see them peak around 20 sometimes, 21. When people complain, oh, it's only 3 more horsepower. You're like, yeah, it's 3 more horsepower, but you have a bigger engine and you're running less boost with that bigger engine.
Right.
Where allegedly, from what I've read, it has a lot stronger internals than the previous generation. So there's a lot of potential that Subaru lost in performance that they could have used. It's sad that there's not going to be an STI version of this. I think it'd be awesome, especially with that new engine.
Do you think they're going to stick to that? What are the Subaru community thinking in general?
They're probably thinking about a hybrid or full electric STI.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. I wish the brakes would have been a little better. So one complaint I've seen of people that have actually taken it on track days, which is something I'd like to do, is you get a good performing engine. The stock suspension is really good. You get good grippy tires. However, those brakes tend to overheat easy. There's not a lot of aftermarket on this yet. It'd be nice to find some good pads, some stainless steel braided lines, and then if you want to even further upgrade calipers and all that stuff. Right now it's just really hard to find upgrades, which is why I haven't.
Well, because the car's so new. Yeah.
I've done just the drag strip, but no track days.
Nice. Sweet. Well, Daniel, thanks for coming down. Your input's very much appreciated. I love the car. I think it looks great. I agree, actually, with you. Like, I've only really seen these in pictures. I've maybe seen 1 or 2 on the road, but in person, the black cladding's not so bad. And I think it also depends on the color. Like, I think the silver goes really nicely with the black. I think certain colors certainly make this car look better than it does in others. But yeah, great job, buddy. Really appreciate it.